guys, so today started off a bit rocky. I believe it was Sunday or Monday, the elementary school posted that Tuesday, yesterday, the children would not have school. It said Tuesday the 3rd, and under it said Wednesday, and I didn't realize that it said the 11th and not the 4th. So it was 10:30 when I went onto Facebook and noticed that my son's high school was actually posting stuff, and so I looked again at the elementary school's post, and it was actually for the 3rd. It was for the 11th, not the 4th. So he missed half of the day. And of course, my children who I homeschool was like, "Oh man, Mommy, you told me we didn't have school today." And I'm like, "Are you seriously like gonna make me feel bad for making a mistake whenever you're not even in school? He is, and now he's missed half the day." And so I felt like a horrible person, horrible mom this morning for this. But I brought him to school. We have been having really, really cold weather here in Louisiana. So my plan is to breed some of these does. I have some that I bred almost a month ago, but while palpating them, I'm not feeling anything. So I'm going to breed some does real quick before the temps go back up, because we're not going to have cool weather forever. I believe once it gets back over 85, they could go back heat sterile. So fingers crossed that that breeding today goes really well. I did lose a buck. The buck that was in this cage, Wreck-It Ralph, he died yesterday. I don't know why he died. I came out yesterday morning, he was fine. I feed them usually late at night. And a lot of people feed just once a day. He gets about a cup a day of feed, which is plenty for a rabbit. But he's in this corner cage right here. I don't know if you can see that. Let me turn the camera around. This corner cage right here, and he ate some of his OSB. A lot of people use OSB in their cages. That's actually like the chicken coop that he ate. That cage has an open back, so he's able to access that. I've never had an issue with a rabbit eating OSB. I don't know why he ate all of it. He ate a good chunk. I didn't notice that until after he had died, so I don't know if he ate that last night and died. But he was bloated, like he had been dead for a little while. Now it is hot. It's cold in the night, but in the day it's still kind of warm here in Louisiana. So we don't really have like really, really cold fall or winter here. Every once in a while, every couple years we'll have like a really, really cold winter, but it hasn't really been that cold. So he probably wasn't dead for very long. Bloat and rigor mortis sets in pretty quickly. But anyways, enough about that. I'm gonna breed some rabbits real quick and see how it goes. Hopefully it goes better than it did last time. Switch Denali in with Everest. Everest just went through a really, really hard molt, but he's getting his beautiful colors back. His fur is looking really good. Still kind of sharp. But Denali would not live for him last time. She does this where she gets on the side of the cage. So hopefully she won't be such a jerk and actually breed. Basically it's up to the doe whether or not she wants to be bred or not. Does do not go into heats. Some people think that they're not like other animals. Basically, they start ovulating whenever they are with a buck. So being mounted and bred starts ovulation. Some people breed and then they breed again within 24 hours or 12 hours. to ensure that a doe takes, but it's not necessary sometimes. It could be done as insurance, but I don't find it to be necessary. Alice has had 9 kits at one time, and she had only got 1 fall off, so she was only bred once, and she only allowed 1 fall off, and she had 9 babies, so she's stomping her feet to let him know that she is dominant and she is angry. She does not want him to breed with her. It is important to stay with your rabbits while they are in each other's cages. You always bring a doe to a buck because a doe is very territorial, and you cannot bring a doe to bring the buck to the doe's cage because the doe will kill or castrate your buck because she doesn't want him in her cage. It is her home, and she's going to protect it. Always bring your doe to the buck. I have some other rabbits that I need to move around, so we will just see what happens. Betsy, she is a big girl. Set my phone down real quick. She has never been bred before. She was born April 1st. I did put her in with Moosey the other day. Her and Moosey came from the same place, but they are not related. So, but she would not live for him the other day, and I'm thinking it's probably because the times are changing. They're getting used to the different changes in the weather. So hopefully she will live now that it's a bit cooler outside. We will go ahead and see. But I love this rabbit. I don't have any favorites anymore because I love so many of them so much. I used to have a favorite, Red Doe. My red New Zealand was my favorite. But I now have 2 other red New Zealands. One a broken and one a solid like her. But once I got these standard Rex, I absolutely love them. So I don't have favorites anymore. I would really like some babies from them, but he's not showing a whole lot of interest in her. This is Bangle right here, my Harlequin. I will be going to get her, his doe for him now. Everest is trying, but Denali is such an ornery doe. She really has a bad attitude. But let's go see if Bango has any success today. The female Harlequin is now in with Buck. He is trying, but she does not want any of it. She is probably my worst doe that I have. She scratches me every time. She's a smaller doe. Harlequin breed is not a very big rabbit. They're more of a compact rabbit. They're good to mix with California or New Zealand because they hybrid vigor, which I've spoke about before in the video that I did about Lily. And I don't know, it's kind of hard to hold on to her, and Bonnie scratches me every time. So we'll be having some wound care done. I'm covered in her fur. She fights me every time, and I'm not hurting her or anything. I'm just picking her up, and she just does not want to be handled. It's not what you want in a rabbit. I have a partial pedigree. I got her from a breeder who does shows. So really, there's nothing in her lines that say that she should be aggressive. Now, you don't really want to breed aggressive rabbits, but again, like, there's no rabbits in her line that are aggressive. They are all breeders and show rabbits. Muzi is not interested in anything other than cleaning Betsy's ears. And Bonnie doesn't want anything to do with Bango. I have other does that I need to breed, but I don't want to breed all of them at the exact same time because I don't have nest boxes for everybody. So, but yeah, perfect gentleman right there. He's just not getting his job done. And Denali still will not lift. He tries to mount her and then she runs around the cage acting crazy. I am considering rehoming Everest and Denali, but I love all my rabbits and I really don't want to. This is so frustrating when you have animals to breed them for babies and they just do not want to breed. Now I have bred Muzi to other does and he acts like he is really interested in them. And one doe would not lift, the other one did lift, but she did not get pregnant. I think it was because it was too hot out. But now he's acting like he just doesn't even care. Okay, I have put Vanellope in with Junebug. They all look like they're so bored. I'm so ready for baby bunnies, but this is what's going on. Absolutely nothing. None of the does want to lift. I'm going to go and get some folic acid pills that usually pregnant people will take. I'm going to crush it up in some water and I'm going to add it to their water buckets because I was told that they may be lacking something if your doe doesn't lift. I don't think my does are lacking anything or my bucks are lacking anything. However, I was told that it could like boost their system and help them want to breed. So if it works, it works. Great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I also was told that apple cider vinegar in the water helps. I do know that a lot of people already put apple cider vinegar in their water on a regular basis, and the rabbits still are not breeding like they should be. Really, it's just been a really hot fall so far. We've just not had our first real good cold front that lasted a couple days. So I think that it's just a time where the rabbits are preparing themselves for winter, and they don't want to breed right now. So I will try those two things, and I will let y'all know. Well, I'm going to try the folic acid first. I will let you know if that works or not. So all does are back into their own cages, except for Bonnie, because I cannot reach her where she is at in the very back of the cage, and she knows that, and that's why she goes back there. So I will have to get my daughter to get her out for me. Hopefully she doesn't get all scratched up like I did. We close this fence right here where these the chickens were getting through. The hose was left on. The water looks dirty, but it was just changed, and that's why the run is flooded, because my daughter forgot to turn the hose off. It happens often. It wasn't really left on for very long. The little duck is in here, the little white one. It is a female. I really want to keep it, but I already promised it to somebody. She's going to buy that one and the little black duck that I hatched from Lovey Duck, her baby. So they're gonna go to their new home tomorrow sometime, and I'm cooking currently, and so I need to get back into the house. Thank you all for watching. Y'all have a blessed night.